Hey, it's Mike Fisher here with 24-hour flood response. We're at a flood up in a cabin in the mountains, and we had a roof problem. We have like 5 feet of snow on these roofs right now. We've had a ton of awesome snow, but it's causing a problem with roof lines and with areas that never get hit normally. And so in this particular room, this has drywall up here. In most of the rooms here, it doesn't have drywall. It's actually wood paneling like this. So this wall is a wood paneling, a red washed barn wood, super awesome. This back here had some reclaimed wood as well. And the problem we had is the wood came through, or the water came through, and so you can see where water has come through and come into this area. Now up here, we had insulation, and it went around the insulation and got on the drywall. But back here, you could only see a little bit coming down, similar to right here. This wood, it was just a little bit wet up here, and what we didn't know is what was behind it. So what we found is there's a tar paper behind it, and then behind that there was a vapor barrier. The problem we have with that is there's a second vapor barrier here after the blown in insulation. So it went that reclaimed wood, barn wood, and then it went a tar paper, and then it went it went a vapor barrier, a plastic 6 mil vapor barrier, similar to this. And then after that, it went insulation, and then another vapor barrier. This stuff acts as a vapor barrier, and then more insulation. The problem is when water gets caught between the vapor barriers, you can't get it dry. And so then you have mold problems, you have wood rot, dry rot. It could get pretty ugly. So what we found as well is this whole area was letting water into it, and it went over to the next room. Okay, so now we're on the other side where I was showing you the water went through. It went through, we can see to about here from the other room. And then what we're hoping to do is be able to take down this reclaimed wood and then be able to pull that insulation. What we can see through one of these is these little holes, these knot holes, is that it's the same tar paper. So that's really great because you can't see through, and that black tar paper makes it so it looks really great, but it's going to hold, if there's not a lot of water, it'll hold that water there. So what we expect to see is we'll have this wood, paper, insulation, and then wet insulation, wet tar paper. Hasn't come through yet, but we can see from the other side that subfloor from upstairs is super wet. So we'll take this down and we'll just get a good idea of what we're dealing with. Hopefully get rid of any water or any trapped water that we have back there. Okay, so we removed the trim. It took a minute to get some of this trim off so that we can start moving these, getting to the ends of these boards. We took it off. We removed the insulation out of this section. Sure enough, it was wet in this section. It didn't keep coming over, which is awesome. So we were able to remove the insulation. We have the tar paper gone. We'll duct air right into that, and then we'll get that dry real quick. Had we left that, that would have turned into a mold problem, no question, because it was sitting there with the insulation there, tar paper, there was just nowhere for the water to go. So this is how thorough we need to be when you're dealing with water damage, whether it's from outside, whether it's from the roof, whether it's from an overflowed toilet, or if it's an overflowed toilet and it's dirty water, well, we treat it a lot different as well. Check out some of our other videos. But also, if it was an overflowed sink, whatever, if you have water coming through different levels of your house, you've got to get to all the layers that are there. And so here's just another video to kind of just help you if you're out there trying to do it yourself.